Ebsch, brought to you by the city of Marinette.
Yeah, what a great city.
I know, right? And our guest today is Sean Katzbeck with
Oh, the city of Marinette,
City
of course.
of Marinette. So welcome.
Thanks.
Yes, and we've got a couple of exciting things to discuss today.
Yeah, we do.
We
Lots
do.
of things going on.
I
Lots
know,
of things. Yeah.
I know. So the first one that's coming up is the outdoor show.
Yeah, the outdoor show is just a week away. A week
Already?
from today. Yeah.
Oh my
yeah.
gosh. It kind of just creeped right on up.
It sure did. And it's going to be awesome. 3 days, all outdoor stuff.
Oh.
So everything from campers, boats, fishing boats, as well as pontoon boats, stuff like that, to kayaks, to fishing equipment,
Yeah.
fishing guides, charters, hunting charters, fishing charter. It's going to be so cool.
Yeah. Well, plus, for women, I like the dip lady.
Oh, the dip lady is in.
The dip lady
She's
is
in. And my understanding, I was just talking with Mike Mahalik, and Mike was telling me that the dip lady is bringing like more things to sample.
Really?
And so there'll be more to sample already. So yeah, the dip lady is in, and she's dipping deep.
Man, she is. And if I mean, the samples are amazing.
Yeah.
And the prices are reasonable.
Yep.
And if you haven't tried them, you must.
Yeah.
You
You
must.
usually what happens is, you'll try 2 or 3 and then you'll buy 2 or 3.
Oh yeah.
So she's no fool.
No. The first time I came across her was in Wausau.
Okay.
And I told my husband, we need to buy
Yeah,
as many
yeah,
of these as
yeah,
we can.
yeah.
Delicious stuff.
Good stuff. Yeah.
But now you guys are going to have vendors.
Yes, vendors. There's going to be more vendors than we've had in the past.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh,
because
nice.
we're expanding to go also into the turf room.
Oh, nice.
So there'll be some in the turf room. There'll still be the interactive things for kids in the turf room.
Right.
But usually we really spread that out.
Right.
So we'll condense it a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But there'll be more vendors in the turf area, and then the normal stuff in the the activity hall. Yep.
Nice. And you guys are not going on the ice this
No.
year. It's too cold.
Yeah, it's the second year that we've gone that route, just because people just were like, "Man, it's an ice arena."
Yeah, it's ice.
we
it's
can't
cold.
we can't put the heaters on.
No, it might be a little wet. If you did that,
exactly. Maybe if we put the boats in there.
But, yeah, hey, kind of do a little.
Exactly.
Rowing.
Exactly.
I don't know if upper management would be happy about that.
No, I don't think
but
they would be happy.
Kids
Yeah.
and kids at heart might enjoy it.
Yeah. Yes. So, but it'll be, it's a great opportunity to go and see things, spend time with your family. It's just a great event.
Oh yeah. Plus, I'm sure you guys are going to have some concessions.
Yes. Yeah. So we'll have what's called the Liney Lodge. So there'll be. The Elks are going to be serving Leinenkugels, as well as Miller products, and then also soda and water, stuff like that. And then we also have the Tasty Traveler coming.
Oh, nice.
The Tasty Traveler is confirmed for, I think it's Saturday. And then the Fry Shack is going to be on Sunday.
Oh.
I got to call the Fry Shack. I got to call Joe and just confirm those.
Oh my gosh! So good food.
Yeah.
Good vendors, boats, and power equipment.
Yeah,
power.
Yeah, there'll be also the the really kind of cool looking golf carts.
Oh,
I love those. They've
know,
got a
they're
couple
fun.
that are from the Cars series,
Yes.
cartoon, or I should say Disney.
Rust-Oleum.
Yeah. And so there'll be that, and then there'll be also like 4x4s and side-by-sides.
Oh, nice.
Stuff like that as well. And then fishing equipment. I know in the past, I'm sure he's going to be there again. There's a guy that literally makes handmade flies, fish flies that are that he's sitting there making them, and you can actually watch them and then buy them. So that's pretty cool.
Is the who was it? Was it Pelkins or?
It was.
the other
It
one.
was
What
no. It
is
was
the other-
Pelicans,
was it
and I do
Pelicans?
think I'm not sure if he's going to be there, but I do know that there will be a sausage vendor there because
Okay.
once again, he's the other person that I know for a fact is going to be stepping up the amount of free samples and stuff that they're going to offer.
Nice.
So yeah,
Yeah, last year,
I think it was Schwade's last
maybe
year.
that's what it was. All I know is it was delicious. We
Yeah.
bought quite a
Oh,
bit.
it was
of,
really.
oh,
Yeah, I love the jalapeno cheddar sticks, and they had them, and they were
oh yeah, they
really
were good. I
Yeah.
bought I don't know. I think I bought like 4 different kinds or
Yeah,
something.
yeah.
And
I don't
oh my
remember which
gosh.
one, but because I know I bought
Yeah.
a side of beef from them too.
Hey, it was really good.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
very, very
Well, and
delicious.
that's the great thing about these shows is you find pricing that is maybe a little bit better than what you would normally.
Oh yeah.
Because they're looking to move their floor plans. They being boat dealers, campers, people of the larger side by sides,
Right.
all that stuff. And so it only makes sense for them
Right.
to say, okay, well, let's try to get as much off our floor so we're not carrying that type of debt.
Right. And the nice thing is whether you are, looking now or looking in the future,
Absolutely.
it's the perfect time to go and
Well,
see.
not just see, but what's also cool is you're kind of going right down the line.
Right.
You don't have to okay, I went there. Now I've got to get in my car. Now I got to go over here. Now I got to go over
No,
here.
it's all in
yeah,
one
it's all in one spot. So
Yeah.
it is. There is some real advantages to the show.
Oh, definitely.
Absolutely.
Definitely. So, when is the show and what time is it?
You bet. So the show is on Friday night. Doors will open at 3 p.m. They go to 8 p.m.
Okay.
And then on Saturday, it's 9 a.m. and that goes to 6 p.m.
Oh, yeah.
And then on Sunday, it's 10 a.m. and ends at 4 p.m.
Wow. So, 3 fantastic
Three
days.
full days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're going to have food and vendors and
Yep.
all sorts of anything and everything to look at.
Yeah.
All
this
in one
is,
spot.
This is the premier show.
Yeah.
It really is. So, yeah.
Is there a cost to get in?
Yeah, the cost is $8 for adults if
Okay.
you're a veteran, and then kids up to 12 are free.
Okay.
And then if you're a veteran, I want to say it's $3, but it might be $2. It's either
Yeah,
$3 or
two-
$2.
yeah, something like
but
that.
if you're a veteran, you're
Discounted.
discounted.
That's
Yes.
wonderful.
Yep.
All right. And one other thing I want to touch on
Yeah.
is you guys are doing powerboat races.
We are. So coming up in June, we're at the very final step. So there is only one step left, and that's just signing the contract and getting. But the monies have been allocated. Everything is in
Everything's
place.
out.
Yeah. But we just need to do the last step. The boat. These are going to be hydroplaning boats that are not the massive ones. They're smaller, but they go anywhere from 90 to 110 miles an hour.
Wow.
So yeah, they're going to be flying.
Oh, cool.
And we're going to do that above the dam because that was the safest place that we could find. So kind of where we have the parade for
Yeah.
the logging and heritage, that will be the general area.
Oh, okay.
And then the racing will be there. And then they'll be launching their boats from the hydro plant.
Oh.
The hydro plant has their own dock.
Okay, yeah.
So they'll launch from there.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
going to be cool.
Yeah. So
When is that going to happen?
yeah, it's going to be June 6th, 7th, and 8th.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So early summer.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I
Wow.
think it's before summer. It's still
Summer,
late spring.
Late spring. It's June. It's summer.
Yeah.
Kids will be out of school.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Summer's begun.
Yes.
What a great way to kick off summer.
Oh, we're working on a ton of things,
Mm.
and this year we're really trying to step it up, trying to do a few things. You're helping us with one
Yeah.
of those things that
Yeah.
we can discuss at a later time
yeah, I
when we have
can't
it
wait.
more.
It's gonna
We
be
have it more
fun.
put together.
Yeah.
But there's a variety of different things that we really want to be able to bring to our community, and invite communities
yeah.
from our region to come to our city
Definitely.
to enjoy the different assets that we have.
Oh, and we have a ton.
We have a ton. A lot of times, I think it's because we're too close to the to the forest that we
Yeah.
can't see the trees. type of thing, and they're, between the beauty out at Red Arrow. Minneconne is a huge feather in our cap that is only going to grow
Oh, yeah.
into this beautiful marina and turn into this, is just starting to blossom.
Oh, and wait until the other side is done.
No, that's my exactly.
Oh, yeah.
That's my point.
Okay.
Is that other side, when that's completed, is just going to be amazing. We've got Stevenson Island, and a lot of people don't understand the history of our city.
Right.
Our city is rich in a lot of American, Native American folklore that is just brimming. I mean, it's really, I mean, maybe one of these times I'll come in and we'll just talk about that. Just, a lot of people don't realize, this is just like one example. At the time when lumber was huge, and you got to think about it. I mean, the progression was back in the 1800s.
Oh, yeah.
Lumber was what is now steel, right? At that time, Menominee, which kind of all of this was Marinette, Menominee at that time.
Right.
But that was the number one single biggest port for sending lumber, because it was on the bay that went into the lake that could go down to Chicago so that the lumber could be processed. So at one time, this was the hub for lumber, which was like I said, the number one product used to build America. So, you think of that. You think about, how did Boston get built?
Right.
Chicago. Chicago. All
Minnesota.
These things. They got the lumber from our neck of the woods. No pun intended. And then it got processed in Chicago, and then the railways, because Chicago was a railway hub, sent it to the coasts.
Oh, isn't it nuts?
It's crazy. So, I mean, there's things like that. When we talk about lumber barons and Isaac Stevenson, he was a baron. He was like the oil guys are now down in Texas.
Definitely. And the really cool thing is we have a museum on Stevenson Island.
Yeah, that is just
that is filled with history.
They added on a new part to that a few years back that has that. I mean, Marinette was the first. People may not know this. Marinette was the first a place where there was a hydro sawmill.
Right.
So the river. They didn't use. They didn't really probably have. I don't know how much electricity. So the water was the actual power behind. Processing some of the lumber.
Oh yeah.
And Marinette had the first one. And so it's just there's so much stuff.
There's so much, and even if you want to get into the history or the genealogy or any of that. You can get a hold of Joan Pace.
Yeah, Joan is great.
Yes.
She's also the person who leads up that museum.
Yep.
So yes, but Joan is great, and our Native American history. I mean,
Queen Marinette.
But the Menominee Indian Nation is one of the oldest Native North American Native American nations. It's over 4,000 years old.
Exactly.
Okay, so there's so much rich history.
Yeah. And if you go on YouTube under, I believe, the city of Marinette, there is a video out there with the historian of the Menominee Nation, and he is telling the creation story.
Which is also a whole nother fascinating thing.
Yeah.
And I that may be... So the Menominee Indian Nation has the Menominee Indian Nation College. It's right on Kashina, and they have a wonderful website that dives into all of it, and really kind of breaks down that creation story and explains what then each one of the clans were responsible for in this all. It's like I said. I guess my point is that if you don't think that you have something in your own backyard,
you're surely mistaken.
Yeah, you may not be looking at the right things.
Yeah. Kind of like, what is that REM song, Stand?
Yeah.
In the place where you live.
Yeah.
Now face north.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
it's
There's
true.
there's just a lot of cool stuff.
Oh, yeah,
So
definitely.
if you ever have any questions, feel free to stop at the Welcome Center, and my staff will be happy to work with you, or I will, to give you some information and then send you on your way to go find these.
Experience,
Yeah,
yeah.
go on little mini adventures, little staycations.
Yes, definitely. Well, great stuff happening as usual.
Yeah, thanks. It's exciting.
Yes, very exciting. So outdoor show coming up next weekend,
Yep.
starting on Friday
Yep.
at 3 and going until Sunday at 4.
Yep.
And then the powerboat races coming in June, so that'll be
Yeah,
exciting.
and we'll fill in the blanks a
Oh
little bit
yeah,
with that.
definitely. That's just
Yep.
a little teaser
Yep.
of what's to come. And TGIF.
Yeah, thank God it's Friday.
I know, right? All right. I think we're all feeling the Friday.
Feel the Friday.
Oh, that's for sure. All right. Well, thanks, Sean, for
Yeah.
popping on in as usual.
Thanks for having me,
All
Melissa.
right. Well, shout out to our sponsor, City of Marinette, Mr. Sean.
Yeah, and I'll tell you right now, if you're looking for really cool things to do head over to the Community Rec Center. That Community Rec Center has just different programs for kids, adults, people of all ages, and we continue to add programs.
And shout out to the walking track, because that's free.
It's free for anybody. So it's not a Marinette thing, because
It's
Menominee helped as much as Marinette to
Oh,
build
yeah,
that.
and the surrounding communities.
Yeah, and thank you. Yes, absolutely. So if you live in this area, if you're hearing this, you have absolutely every right to get on
Get on
that
there.
track.
Exactly.
So, no excuses.
No excuses. I've walked that track. Whew.
Yeah.
That's a rough one.
Yeah.
Well, for me, I'm fluffy.
I'm fluffier.
Well, we're the fluffiest.
Yeah, we're the fluffy twins.
Right. All right. Well, thank you.
Thank you, Melissa.
All right, guys. And we'll see you probably here pretty soon. We've got Haven of Hope coming up.